Morning everyone, here we are, made it to another Friday. So this is our last lesson in this short unit. Now, rather than having a warm-up like we've been doing, because I've got quite a few things for you to do, I need you to finish the pages in your Power Maths books and do an end of unit check. I haven't done a mathematical warm-up, but I wanted you just to have a little think about this. Because today we're going to be learning about imperial measures. Now, we've been learning about metric measures before, and we touched yesterday on some imperial measures when we were converting from kilometres into miles. Now, jot down if you think you know any other imperial measures. Which ones do you know? Here are some. So we've got inches, feet, pounds, and ounces. Inches and feet are obviously to measure distance. Pounds and ounces are another way of measuring weight. We've got yards, which is another distance one, stone, which is weight, pints, which is liquid, and miles is long distance. Now, these are all units which you will sometimes see, and although metric measures are used more often, that we see a lot more now, especially when we're learning in the classroom, imperial measures are still used in everyday life, particularly miles, because all of our road signs in the UK use miles, not kilometres. So today we're going to be learning to convert into imperial measures, and you need to be able to recognise which units are metric and which are imperial, and you have to be able to convert between those two different units of measure. So our Discover, we're starting off in Holly's diner. Now she's making lots of different things in her diner. The first thing I want you to look at is her Hawaiian pizza. Now it says over here that her Hawaiian pizza is 10 inches. Can you see just here? Okay. Now our first question is, how wide is the pizza in centimetres? Now it tells us a bit of information that 1 inch is the same as 2.5 centimetres. And you can see two rulers here. And actually our 30 centimetres rulers that we use at school are like this, aren't they? That you can see the inches on one side and the centimetres on the other. So 1 inch is about 2.5 centimetres. So how could we calculate her pizza in inches? Well, let's have a think. Sorry, in centimetres from inches. So at the moment, it measures 10 inches. Now, if we know that 1 inch is the same as 2.5 centimetres, how are we going to calculate 10 inches? Well, we can think, well, to get from 1 to 10 inches, we've times that by 10. So what are we going to do to our answer? We're going to times that by 10 as well. And we know to times by 10, everything moves one place higher into a larger column. So 10 inches is the same as 25 centimetres. So her pizza in centimetres would be 25 centimetres. Okay, for Holly's next issue, she's trying to weigh out her sugar. Now she needs 2.5 pounds of sugar, but her weighing scales only show grams. So she's got to convert 2.5 pounds into grams. Now it tells us here, look, 1 pound is the same as 450 grams. Now that's really important information. Now another important piece of information when we're weighing out pounds in weight, it's not like pounds when we're looking at money. Pounds in weight written like this, it's like an LBS, pounds. That's how it looks in the unit. Okay, now how are we going to calculate then 2.5 pounds? So if we know that 1 pound equals 450 grams, you can see here that they've decided to double the 450, okay, like here, because 2 pounds is like double 1, isn't it? So 2 pounds would be 900 grams. Now then, we've got to have half a pound as well, haven't we? All right, because we're looking for 2.5 pounds. Now, what am I going to halve here? I'm going to go back to my 1 whole pound, and I'm going to halve my 450. So half of 400 is 200, half of 50 is 25. Now, in order to then calculate the total, here you can see it as a bar chart. You can see that each individual pound is the same as 450 grams. And then we've got half a pound at the end, which is 225 grams. So we've got to now add that all together, haven't we? So we've got to do 450, add 450, which we've done over here, which was 900 grams. And then I've got to add that to my 225 grams, which was my half a pound. So 0 add 5 is 5, 0 add 2 is 2, 9 add 2 is 11. So in total, in grams, we have got 1,125 grams of sugar. Now, if you've got your brain switched on, who can put that into kilograms? Well, we've got to divide by 1,000, haven't we? So to make it into kilograms, that would be the same as 1.125 kilograms. Okay, well done. Okay, so for our think together, we've got to use our conversion graph to convert 4.5 pounds, into kilograms. Now you can see with these, they do a line of best fit down the middle to show how you can convert. We can see our vertical axis is pounds and our horizontal axis is grams. So we're looking for 4.5 pounds. Now 4.5 is down, the pounds is down the vertical, the y-axis. So we can look up 4.5 is 4.5. Can you see here they've actually drawn the red line? I'm going to do a dot to show you where it starts. It goes across here and then it hits the blue line here. So then we go exactly down. Now we can see that that's the same as 2,000 grams. So I'm going to write that in my answer box. Oh, hold on a minute. As I go to write 2,000 grams, what's the problem here? What can I see that my answer needs to be in? Oh, it needs to be in kilograms. So let's just jot down what we've found out over here. We found out that 4.5 pounds is the same as 2,000 grams, but they want our answer in kilograms. Now, how do I convert grams to kilogram? Let me remember. Well, I know that in 1 kilogram, I've lost my pen, let me see where it's gone. Here we go. 1 kilogram is the same as 1,000 grams. So to convert from grams to kilograms, I've got to divide by 1,000. So 2,000 divided by 1,000 is going to be 2, isn't it? So 2 kilograms is the same as 2,000 grams. So I've divided this by 1,000 to get me my 2 kilograms. Now I can go back to my answer box and say 4.5 pounds is the same as 2 kilograms. So watch out for questions like that. I'll tell you the truth that actually when I first recorded this video, I've done a retake because I went to write in 2,000 and I thought, oh, hold on a minute, they've done something wrong because we were looking in grams, but they were trying to catch us out. So don't let it trick you as well. All right, our next bit then here, let me move my head out the way over here. I'm going to put myself down. Now there's some other ones for us to have a look for. So 2 pounds is the same as how many grams? Right, so 2 pounds. So we're still going down to our vertical. Here is, I'm going to have to try and draw some straight lines now. So here is 2 pounds. So I'm going to go all the way across till I hit that blue line and then I'm going to read down. Now let's have a look. So 500, 600, 700, 800. So it's the same as 900 grams. Do you see how we've used that graph to help us? Now 4,500 grams is the same as how many pounds? Oh, I've got to look the other way around on my graph now. I'm starting on the grams. So grams is down on the x-axis, the horizontal axis, and I'm going to find 4,500, which is just here, and I'm going to go. I find it really helpful, and you could do this in your books as well, to use a ruler. And actually I haven't got a ruler, so my lines aren't going to be very straight. Oh, I'm going to wiggle up there till I reach the blue line, and then I'm going to try and go across the other way here. So I'm going to then go all the way across as straight as I can without a ruler, and I'm going to get over to, oh dear, my pen's come off a bit squiffy, just a minute, sorry, there we go. And here we go. So how many pounds do I get to? 4,500 grams is the same as 10 pounds. Now this one's tried to trick us. Look, 2.5 kilograms. Oh, hold on a minute. This is in grams. So I've got to convert, haven't I? 2.5 kilograms into grams. Now I'm going from my larger unit to my smaller unit. So I've got to multiply this time by 1,000. So 2.5 times by 1,000 is 2,500. Right, so that's what I'm looking for. Here I go. I'm looking at grams, so I'm on my x-axis, my horizontal axis. Here's 2,500. So same again, I'm going to draw up to my line, hit the blue line, and then I'm going to come all the way across to here. Oopsie, seems like going to the end. So I can see that 2.5 kilograms is about the same as 5.5 pounds. Okay, so that is a conversion chart that you can use to find the difference amounts of different units between one another. Okay, so here's another one looking at pints and litres. Now it says here 1 pint is about the same as 550 millilitres, so about half a litre, just over. how many litres of milk are there in a 4-pint carton? Well, I know 1 pint from the information given to me. 1 pint is the same as 550 millilitres. So to find 4 pints, you can see I've got to multiply that by 4. So I could use a written method if I wanted to. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 5 is 20. Add the 2. So I've got 2,200 millilitres. I'm going to write it up here because I can't quite fit that in the box. 2,200 millilitres. Now it wants the answer in litres. Now I know that 1,000 millilitres are the same as 1 litre. So I've now got to do 2,200 millilitres and divide it by 1,000. So everything's jumping now 3 places smaller, and that's going to give me an answer of 2.2 litres. So in a 4-pint carton, there are about 2.2 litres of milk. Okay. All right then, so today's work, you'll see there's lots of different units to take on board and think about. There are lots of different numbers that you have to remember for your conversions. Now, there's 2 tasks for today. Task 1, I would like you to go into your Power Maths books and do the last pages of this unit, which are on 112 to 114 on imperial measures. Once you've completed those pages, I'm going to put on the class story the end of unit check, which I would like you to do. Take a picture of and send that in to me as well, please, so I can see how you get on. I've also put it on this slide here. So if it's easier for you, and I move my face out of the way, you can pause this slide and just write numbers 1 to 6 and tell me which answer is correct on a piece of paper, take a photo, send it in. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you again on Monday. Bye-bye.